Hi, my name's Oliver, and I'm sitting here today with a man that doesn't really need an introduction, but I'm going to try and do it anyway. This is Bharat Shetty. How are you doing today?
Wonderful, man.
Good.
It's sunny, the Scotland. It really makes me light and energy, full of energy.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed already, I'm really hot. I'm wearing shorts because it's so warm, but I'm sure this is very pleasant for you.
Very pleasant.
Yeah. So I first met Bharat in 2017, so that was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I came over to Mysore and did your teacher training. I was with you for 2 months.
Yeah.
And then came back the next year again, 2018, for about another month.
Mm.
And then ever since then, you've been visiting Aberdeen a lot, which is where our Shala is based. I wanted to ask, why is it that you're so keen on visiting these European countries and working with your teachers?
Yeah. See, the main intention to stay with my teachers, the teachers from Bharat Yoga, family worldwide. So you might observe it, like all our the workshops are hosted by only the Bharat Yoga teachers worldwide. And that's where our family to connect it. So I'm like, you, Charlie, and bunch of other teachers in Aberdeen, then it's a place to come for Scotland. Hotspot is Aberdeen for me. That's where every year I'll come and see you guys at the same time your community.
Yeah.
Our community is growing together. And that's nice to come and cheer here and have a celebration of the year, 3 days celebration in a year.
Yeah, that was nice. You said yesterday at the end of the workshop that the 3-day workshop was like a way of celebrating everything we'd done on our own for the last year. And I'd never heard anyone talk about a workshop like that before, but it was a nice way of framing it. I thought it was really, rather than focusing on this idea that everything has to happen in those 3 days, instead it's like a party almost.
Yes, you have to make it, the life is in a celebration. But all the day you can't do celebrate. If you want to celebrate, you have to be consistently prepare for celebration, then you go for celebration. Christmas can't be done throughout the year. The whole year one works, then end of the year, there is a great celebration to begin the next journey. That's, I believe, in our workshops or our programs will be something like that. The motivating already existing and new people can come and motivated to continue their journey stronger.
It's nice that you use that word motivate, because Charlie and I were just talking about this yesterday. You're really good at motivating people to try new things and have fun and play with the practice. But what I find really interesting is your Guruji was Iyengar, and you told us that Iyengar was quite happy to be quite scary, and he would maybe shout, and he was quite, hard on you guys. And I was wondering, why did you take a different route? Because I've never seen you shout. I don't ever see you get angry, really. So,
Guruji is exceptionally great. What that is, I learned from him only. And he is the personality like that. He just chooses his student. And whenever people might think Guruji was shouting, Guruji was beating, no, he's love. He only selects his crowd, and that guides the whole the people. That's why I think he put his maybe his style is that, but in heart, he's an amazing. He's very light, and his the flow is beautiful. He makes the when you are getting in is the most challenging into the Guruji's class.
Right. Once
you're in, he's in. You can't express the amount of freedom he has, and how light he is, and he's simultaneously strongly motivated. And he just he gives you a task to continue and makes sure the consistency what the teachers need. He does that, and that's why getting into the Guruji's path is very hard. Once you got it, you never leave.
Why was it so hard to get in?
He don't want to take XYZ to his the path. He want who are serious.
Right.
If you are after getting in also, you will don't surrender to the whole flow, and he kicks you out. He doesn't care. You shout for that reason. And if you show up your ego there, then you are out of the practice, out of the Guruji's system. But why it's some of us we have our what you call the tamas. Tamas can be burned through the rajas. Guruji know that techniques. What angle to burn, what angle to appreciate, all he does. What the angle to motivate. And that is the beauty of the Guruji. He plays with that all the three gunas with the students. Whose gunas is what? He replaces and burns that to the next level to take.
Right, okay.
That's what I seen with him. I spent around 8 months there full time. But that's what I seen. An amazing personality, and whatever people thinks and speaks, I will always laugh within me. Like the Guruji is inside, nobody can understand. That is the loving part of the Guruji.
Yeah. So you spent 8 months with Iyengar,
Yeah.
and then I found it really interesting. You said to me that at the end of the 8 months, you said to him, although you loved his teaching and you loved him, you didn't want to be known as an Iyengar teacher, and you decided to take your own path.
Yeah.
Was that a difficult decision to make?
It's very difficult, See, in this world, who don't want to be an Iyengar teacher?
Yeah.
Okay, but I had a different purpose in life. That's why I need to express to him. But the beauty of it is a guru's guidance, and it's powerful. That's what I found with him, and he supported me into the path. It's a very challenging.
Yeah.
It's I'm not. They may not be used props, but my whole teaching is based on his the vision of light on yoga. Like today's everything teaching is based on the for my Bible is or Bhagavad Gita is light on yoga. That's what is A to Z I always play around there. Of course that is lead to me the more deeper other the text. But end of the day, the motivation comes. There is none other than Yoga Deepika or light on yoga. That's where Guruji is in the heart.
So before you met him, were you reading Light on Yoga?
Not only reading, the practicing from that for 10 years.
Really? Before you even met him?
Met him. And that is my motivation. I think almost the third or fourth month of my introduction to yoga, I found this book.
Right.
When I was age of 13, that is introduced. That
13?
Yeah, when I was 13.
Wow.
I found this book. That is where my motivation really built. And before going to him, I was self-practice for 10 years.
Okay.
I met him in the end of the 2002, but 1993 I begin my yoga journey.
So you started when you were 13,
Yes.
and you did self-practice for 10 years,
Yes.
and then you met him.
Then I met him.
Gosh.
Okay, in this journey was amazing. When I met him itself, that the 10 years, almost entire light on yoga, whatever is there, I able to practice everything. Okay, but when I met him, then the whole journey is even much deeper.
Yeah. So when you were practicing on your own through your teenage years, did you have any other teachers, or was it completely by yourself?
I've been to many teachers, but not able to hook to any teachers.
Right. You didn't connect with anyone.
Not a connect with any teachers. I'm fondly can say introduced by there are my school teachers, Mr. Kumar and Mr. Bharat Shetty. These are my school teachers. They are introduced the yoga in our school. Okay, they are my introduction. But after that, I got into the light on yoga. Then I've been to many different schools, many different teachers. I don't able to stay back more than 1 month in any schools.
Really?
Yeah, I just can go back and practice on my own. It's motivating, I just go and read or go and even today I'm studying. You might see that my bag is light on yoga. I carry always.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's where someone's how they're carrying Bhagavad Gita, Bible or Quran. For me, it's my yoga journey is light on yoga. Still light on yoga. I have many other classical texts, but this gives me my every motivation there.
Yeah. So when he passed away, did you try and find any other teachers to work with, or was that?
I don't think any can replace him.
He was so high for you.
Yeah. Nobody can replace him. My two major motivation in my life is one is Swami Vivekananda first, the second is BKS Iyengar. Okay, these two I don't know anyone can replace. I didn't find still. It's a 30 plus years right now. Yeah, 31 years I think, little over that. I first found Swami Vivekananda, right after that found
Wow.
BKS Iyengar. Almost same year I found it, both of them in my path. His Swami Vivekananda's philosophy or teachings and BKS Iyengar's teachings of yoga.
Right.
Yeah, maybe I may not be everything I'm where they said, but they are my path, my life.
Yeah.
My light, you can call that's where. And in case any doubts or any question related philosophy comes, Swami Vivekananda's work
That's
gives you
really
answer for everything. Of course, there is possibly like everything from the Vedantas. He speaks every little things about it, but more lighter version, lighter way to common man can understand.
Right.
It's some the BKS Iyengar made the same thing. The yoga language he made it so light for everyone to understand.
That's something I see in your teaching. You've always made it very accessible,
Yeah.
and I've seen such a spectrum of people connect with how you teach, because you're always trying to make it approachable to everyone rather than really specifically to one type of person.
Yeah. It's like I can again quote this as a Guruji's motivation. So, someone said like a bedridden, he made them to walk. Okay, I believe in this. As long as anyone able to breathe, they can do yoga. Okay, till that breath is there. That that's why we introduced the program called Usiru. Usiru is life. Life is breath. As long as anyone has a life or a breath, they are ready for yoga.
Yes.
As a teacher, you might observe, you had a level 2 training with me. We are preparing every teacher to teach anyone comes to their class how to understand and guide them. I won't the whole our Bharata Yoga system should go like this. Any teacher says, oh, I don't have you can't come to my class. But they have an alternate guidance should be given. Maybe there is we are right from the raw beginners to the very advanced there. Yeah, you can't take someone raw beginners to advanced, but you have to there is a program accessible for them also is there available. That's the whole idea there.
So do you think your skill in teaching everybody, do you think that somehow connects to, you told us when you were younger you had a bad road accident.
Yes.
You were run over by a bus. And
it passed on my both legs, and also my right shoulder hit into the road divider.
And am I right in saying the doctor said you weren't going to walk?
Yeah, he wanted to remove the left leg completely.
Yeah.
It is so big, and he said it's going to be gangrene and it's the whole body going to be, the system going to be impacted.
Okay.
That's as his system, medical system, surely they are not able to accept that. And he has to do his professionally what he needs that guided, but I had to refuse it.
So it appears that it's so hot in Scotland today that my camera potentially just turned off because it was overheating. So we'll pick up on that question again. You were run over by a bus. How old were you?
I was, it's 1999, 20 years.
Oh, right. Okay. So you've been practicing yoga for about 7 years?
7 years already.
And it was such a bad accident that the doctor said they wanted to remove your left leg.
Yes.
And you recovered using your practice.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about how you managed that?
Yes, I think a little overconfidence on me. And more than me, I think on yoga.
Yeah.
I trusted so strong into yoga, which has helped me to recover my asthma before. And I decided to take the risk rather than listening to the doctor. It's a little crazy, but it makes, sometimes you take the risk, the next path opens up. And yes, I was in a bedridden for 45 days. I will not even turn my body. Okay, all these days, all my friends and family members, everyone used to come and cry, I can't do yoga, I used to challenge them. And potentially I tell always myself, okay, everything is possible. In this world, nothing is impossible. Your body has a mechanism to stay positive, one thing. And what I'm speaking today about Usiru, that's what has really helped me on those days to stay strong. Only one thing I can comfortably do is breath.
Right.
Okay, that's when you might observe throughout my teaching it speaks about whoever able to breathe, they can do yoga. That is only one thing I realized during my accident. My breath is there, I can do anything back. That's really potentially picked me into the much stronger, and my recovery happened much faster than nobody can even imagine. And mind, the breath is really helping you to keep mind always in a positive. Never thought about why this has happened, why I may not be in future. I never had this thought at all. I said I have to come back. I have to do yoga. I have to recover everything and show the world yoga has so much power.
So you started off lying on your bed and you're just focusing on your breath?
Breath, part of the, like, you might observe I introduced in the there is a meditation technique called Nidra, the meditation.
Yes.
This Nidra meditation happened throughout my that journey.
That's why you're so good at it.
Okay.
Your nidras, I last about a minute,
Yeah.
and then I'm gone.
Yeah. You see, now the Nidra meditation actually I did during my bedridden time.
Okay.
Like that is only thing is I am able to do. I can't like my right foot is completely burnt.
Yeah.
Under the tire, it went on the road, right? You can see the bone almost. The left knee is completely so big and entire left thigh, and the right shoulder hit. And they took some flesh from the skin from my thigh and planted on the foot.
They grafted it.
Yeah, all these things happen. That's why it's like when everyone's crying in front. I have to do something to keep up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is exactly that is Nidra meditation. Whatever I'm speaking or I'm do short one, I believe very strongly that. But that is my own experience. And it heals so powerful. It's not only relaxing. My idea of the Nidra meditation for healing.
Creating connection.
Yes. You develop every cellular body, you have to tell them they are relaxed, they are strong. The trillions of cells what we have, they are motivated by the thought.
Yeah.
That every cell become active and energetic. Then you have the full power.
So do you remember how long it was until you were walking again?
At 45 days, I was in the 45th day, if I remember right. I had a friend who helped me to brought crunches, and I started walking in the crunches.
Right.
And I think 60 days, I left the crunches completely. I get into yoga practice.
Wow. So just 2 months.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah. It's like at least someone thought I have 2 years, 3 years, and all. But I realized the power of the healing in yourself.
It's an inspiring thing to hear, because I think sometimes people get some kind of injury or a mishap happens, and they think, oh, I can't do anything now because I've hurt my toe, or I've got a sore shoulder. But we forget just how much we're able to connect with beyond just that one thing.
Yeah.
And we sometimes fixate on it.
Yes.
And this is something you've talked about, this idea of not becoming obsessed with if you have an ache or a pain, for example. Yeah, so I see that coming through in your teaching a lot.
Yes, once again, I had to remember somewhere I read Swami Vivekananda, somewhere I can't exactly remember where it is. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. What you believe, you will become. This one word, it reminded me of that. I believed very strongly in it. I still believe very strongly in it. What I believe, if I'm thinking I'm in a weak, I'm weak. I'm thinking I'm in ill, I'm ill. I'm thinking I'm strong, I'm strong. I'm thinking I can do it, I can do it. I have to work towards.
Yeah.
But that is what I learned from that small things from the reading from Swami Vivekananda's work.
But what's really interesting is, even in modern day Western scientific communities, they're saying the same thing now, which is the way you think about yourself, the way your self-talk moves has a massive effect on your abilities and the way you react to life around you. So I think a lot of cultures are becoming aware of this idea that so much of what we experience in life comes from within.
Yes, I very strongly believe. Right there, see, right after my asthma, the practice, I started doing that. When I'm reading the Swami Vivekananda's the books and the works, I very strongly believed, and I still believe very strongly. As the doctor said, I can't walk, but there is now, you think about it, that maybe the doctor lost hope in 24 years ago. I got another 24 years extra years to live already in my life, but it's nothing to lose in this world. That's why the beauty is part, you believe in what you do it, 100% believe. Don't believe half. You might observe in the class, in the teachings, I always say this. You believe in yourself. And that is the time you don't believe yourself, you come. You believe me, I will, whatever I said, you do it. I've seen that. Some people don't believe in themselves. They started believing me. Actually, I am only the reason there. But then they believed in me and they start working, they are recovering it.
And they recover that ability to believe in themselves.
Building in themselves.
So they rely on you for that moment where they can't rely on themselves.
Yes.
And then they come back to themselves again.
Yeah. The trust one thing is very important. That's yoga also speaks about it. Pranidhana. That all matters very much. This way, of course, then I started studying also Raja Yoga or Patanjali Yoga Sutra. This is again major work from my studies happened through Raja Yoga, also from the Swami Vivekananda's work. The book called Raja Yoga, I started studying about the sutras.
Yes, that's part of the syllabus, or was when I was there, the little purple book.
Yes.
Yeah. So something you touched on just a moment ago was this idea that you mentioned the word legacy, and we were talking about that this morning. And you said you have no problem with the idea of your legacy at some point going away again.
Yeah.
And you're not worried about creating some kind of name that lasts and lasts. And when you're talking about it, we were talking about this idea that in nature, things are born, they live, and then they die. And there's a natural cycle.
Yes.
And it's something that I've noticed in your teaching. You often use nature to try and clarify what you mean. So memories for me that stick out, you've talked about bamboo trees, mango trees, tigers, snakes. And these stories really stick in the mind. You know, that's been with me for like 7 years now, and I still think about them. I think one of my favorites that you spoke more recently about was when, I think it was your mother was brushing her hair when you were living in the village.
Yes.
And suddenly she felt these things landing on her head, and it was baby snakes.
Yes.
Because a snake had laid all its babies in the ceiling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting, you know. We had when I grown, till my age of 15, I was in village.
Okay.
I grown with village. I had more the time I spent in the nature rather than with the people. And we had in those days, we have in a house made out of this grass, dry grass. And I don't know when that we had in a one bedroom, one house, then we have in the other space. But that house, we are all the 5 years sleeping in that. One day my mother was combing her hair. Something fell on her head, she thrown off, and she's combing, and another one fell, and they will finding out, then they find out there's a baby snake, then father is checked out, there are 33 of them.
Wow.
And that is came and laid egg or the babies on the roof, and they start falling when they started growing or started moving.
Were they dangerous snakes?
Yes, I think that is one of the dangerous snakes to that, but one thing in the nature, you know, the snake or the tiger or they are part and parcel of our nature family there. Okay, only the fear kills us. Our fear is, a snake is never going to come and hunt you. If you find in a bush, the snake find a bush, they don't come to you, or they run away to the bush rather than running towards you.
Yeah.
Any of the animals you take. This is where I learnt, real life I learnt into the nature. Yes, I have the great inspiration for my life, but before these two great inspiration, my first inspiration is the nature. Okay, nature. I learned a lot of things. Even today, I learn so much from the nature. Little things. When we pay attention that little things, you can understand the surrounding better, and the reactions better. Okay, that is we are not so much connected to the nature. We are trying to firing out the fearing out. But when we are connected to the nature, that's what we can learn. I believe very strongly. Even watch a flower. It never blooms suddenly. If you make it to bloom, it doesn't give that natural fragrance. Your body is something like that. Your body want to open up. You have to give time. You have they build up a little. Right time comes, it blooms. If the blooms, it opens up everything. What it is blocked.
Yeah.
But we never give a pace for it. We push. We are hardworking. We believe if you work hard, you'll get a lot of things. But work hard, you get injuries. If you're not taken a bud and try to open up, it might break very quickly. If you allow it, it's the right time comes, it blooms. That blooming is beauty. It's beauty for the nature, beautiful to see, and it also gives a lot of fragrance.
Yeah. You also had a similar story with bamboo and how you have to tend to it for a long time.
Yes.
And it doesn't seem like anything's happening. And then one day it shoots up.
This is what we see in our villages, you know. We when our bamboo happens, it's it's whole year you don't see nothing in it. Suddenly in the first rain happens. In a month, the week or month time, you see the shoots up. Okay, that's manuring and everything takes place throughout the year, sometimes 2 years, sometimes 3 years.
Yeah. And you said that's if we're talking about someone doing asana, that might be somebody practicing very simply but dedicated and consistently for a long time before they see a huge change. Do you find that nowadays people are maybe more impatient, like they want things faster? Yeah.
Not like little. They're like super fast. They want it.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is where the problem starts. They don't exist for too longer. They practice. And most of them are restless, and most of them switching teachers, switching philosophy. They're ready for anything, but they want to achieve things. Think about it. You want anything. If you are having a good car, but you moderately drive every day, it is in a great condition. Okay, you drive like crazily continuously, but it burns out. Your system also can't sustain for longer. But we have to listen carefully. What is the purpose of it? Why it is, and how that is goes. But that much patience today's generation doesn't have. They want to achieve quickly, and most of the time they don't know what they're achieving it.
Yeah.
Okay, they think so. Learning one asana means they achieved big. It's simply that ignorance that high. If you achieved an asana so quickly, that means you achieved in a long-term injuries. Okay, that's why I strongly believe that anything you achieve, it achieved like something like the plant grows. That shows which plant it is. Yeah, rice grows in 3 months, but it can't sustain longer. Papaya grows, you can get on papaya 3 months, but the tree can sustain maximum 3 years. Okay, if you are having the same, your mango tree, what 3 years or 5 years you don't get even a single mango. Once it starts, it keep on growing, and sometimes that exists for 100, 200, 300 years.
Gosh.
But in non-stop, it's going giving you fruits.
Yeah. I remember you said that you would consider someone a beginner for their first 7-8 years of practice, something like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are shocked to hear that.
Yeah.
They think they're a beginner for like the first 2 months, and now they know something. Yeah. So when you said 7 years, like, okay.
Yes. I normally suggest first 6 years, master it. When that 6 years goes, there is the few generation of cell changes in our body.
Yeah.
That at cellular level you have to be trusted. You have to build them stronger and raise them into it. In cellular level. So trillions of cells we have. If you are able to make the cells or understands what is your purpose, that purpose is become solid.
Yeah.
And nobody can shake your purpose. No situation can shake your purpose. Okay. But most of the today's generation, we don't have purpose. We jump according to seeing other one doing something, okay, I'll do. Then suddenly we are jumping to the other one.
Yeah. I see when I look at you and you talk about your personal purpose, you talk about teaching teachers and spreading yoga so that everyone has access. And one of the things that you've done in terms of the asana practice is you've designed sequences that are distinct from a lot of other sequences that people would more commonly recognize. So the common sequences I think people know of are the Ashtanga Vinyasa sequences like primary series, second series, and so on. You have, do you want to talk a little bit about the series that you offer?
So, like when we are at you might see, we have right from the raw beginners starts. There's something called Arogya series, the series of health or beginners level series. It may not be beginners alone. The thing is, many of the senior practitioners, they don't know their coordination of breath and body alignments. These all teaches in this series. When they're progressing into the grounding level, it's called preparatory or abhyasa. That prepares for the practice. Okay, these are designed not just in picking up some asana from internet or books or no. It's worked on years.
How long did it take you to design preparatory series?
It's quite the whole journey went on almost like I made a foundation series first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the Arogya series and foundation series. It's around 8 years journey together. Then the foundation series has become big. That's why you have to too many things. Then I have to divide into 2 parts.
Okay.
There will happen a preparatory and foundation. Okay, all the learning phase has to be done in the preparatory and practicing phase has to be done in the foundation. That's why I divided them.
So almost 10 years to design those.
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's a lot of things behind here. A little the serious concern. First, pick into the physical body, Dhanamaya Kosha levels. The physical body we need majorly an aligning and 5 directional work. Then we took into the pranic body, the 5 Mahapranas, Mahabhutas, or the 5 elements. Then all the chakras. The chakra impacts on the energies, and what asana can impact which chakra. But we don't speak into even till intermediate level these things. Someone else sustains with us for 6 to more than that levels, then they will be started recognizing. I think many of you agree with me. There is a lot of deeper understanding comes. And okay, after practice feels wow, feels good. After an intense practice, walking out, it feels good. Almost that is state of floating, the trance builds up there. This is the whole idea there. That's like not just in a physical. When you physically work, you get exhausted. When your energy body works in the physical movement, then you feel physically done so much, but you're not tired.
No.
You're not exhausted. You feel good.
Yeah.
Feels ready. You feel a lot of energy. This is the whole thing. Sequencing works on that basis. And you might like me say, just right now I'm working onto the other sequence called Lagutvam, which is the shortest sequence of around 55 minutes. The whole idea, majority of today's practitioner can't practice 90 minutes.
What does Lagutto mean?
Lagutvam means lighter.
Lighter.
Yeah, lightness.
What language is this that you're drawing from?
Samskrita.
Yeah, okay. But the Osiru is not from Sanskrit. That's...
Which series?
When you say Osiru? Like
Osiru is Kannada.
Kannada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to clear that up, because when you first said Osiru, we tried to Google
that is my
it.
word.
What is this word?
You can't find it. You say the native language is Kannada. In Karnataka, we speak a language called Kannada.
Yeah.
And that's, I think that is, they touched me first. Even you might see, we have a Bharata. It says Sanskrita as well as Kannada, this is called Bharata.
Ah, okay.
That's both its meanings the same.
Right.
And Usiru also again, I'm very touched. I first learned that word in my language.
Yeah.
Then I thought that to pick it up.
And it's from the heart.
Yes. That's what I believed in it. That's I hope that will be, the world can accept it also that.
But Laguto is it? The Laguto, that's from Sanskrit. The lighter.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Lagutva.
Laguto. So that's 55 minutes.
5 minute series. There will be a few, and the whole idea and working on around to prepare around 5 different series. And yes, it's first we will give it all to the Bharata Yoga teachers worldwide, and when they are giving certain feedback, then we'll pick into the rest of the crowd.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I could talk to you for the next 5 hours,
but
I think we have a certain amount of time because we got to have lunch now. You got to fly soon.
I have to fly
so to finish it off, could you maybe talk about where you see things going in the next 5 or 10 years? You've already touched on it. You've got these 5 sequences you're working on. What do you see in the future?
I see in the future, next 5 to 10 years, you see an amount of yoga practitioner going to have injuries. Yeah, my teachers, particularly the teachers from Bharata Yoga family, there is a lot of opportunity. No need to go even look for any new student. And whoever got broken, they will be going to be fixing things.
Right.
My consideration is that. And again, if you look into today, our whole world population, say 10% of the world population still not doing yoga or even not even know yoga. That means 90% of population need it. If that means we have a great opportunity for our teachers. But again, I ask always my teachers, a teacher's the student ratio is 12 student to teacher. If you have more than 12 students, another teacher can assist you or help you to make sure, personalize the program and connect to every student. If you make a mass, it's good, but you have to be having there are other teacher can really help from the team.
Yeah.
This is the whole intention there. Hopefully, the whole Bharata Yoga team intention right now, make the best teachers. Don't compromise on anything people. I'll always ask my teachers, don't get any clients, only get the students. Why? It's a student who, as a person comes as a student, they learn. They don't buy you, any teachers. I ask very strongly to any of our teachers, make sure first respect your profession. who respects your profession, teach them what you know the best. And the next 10 years, yes. Actually, I have a plan for not 10 years. I have a plan for next 30 years.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, you're doing
like
well.
Yes, and like this year till next 30 years, it means that.
So when you're in your
50.
70s?
Yes, I'm going to be 75 though. I will be if I'm exist.
If you make it.
Okay. And this is the next 30 years, so we need to have around 1,000, at least 1,000 good teachers worldwide.
Okay.
We are working on that right now. The next 5 years is in the blueprint, then after that is in continue supporting them and raising them together.
That's an exciting future.
We have a strong,
Yeah.
That's why I said minimum strong, the dedicated. We have over 2,000 teachers already existed, but dedicated. They're self-sufficient to run their own shalas.
Yeah.
That's at least 1,000 teachers next 30 years.
Excellent.
Yeah, the plan is very clear right now.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Same here, man.
I wish
So
we could
nice.
talk more, but time's against us. But maybe next time you come back to Aberdeen, we could do
Sure,
this again.
take up the next part.
Yeah, I love that. All right, thank you so much.
Have a wonderful time and good luck. God bless you.
You too.
Okay, thank you.
I feel like I should clap.
Was that okay?
Apart from the temperature issues, yes.
Well, because